of things we love about summer, but one thing many of us don't love is summer hair. So Bill Rowley is here to tell us all the ways we should be embracing the frizz and the flyaway. All right, Bill, do you love the hot weather like me, or are winter blizzards more your thing?
The hotter, the better is what I love. Hotter, the better. Yep. And, you know, even hair in hot weather just has a sexiness to it, a vibe to it that I absolutely love. So there are a couple things, though, that we want to keep in mind about protecting our hair in hot weather and dealing with our hair in hot weather. And one of the things is we want to use the right products for the right moment, whether you're letting it dry naturally, whether you're on a beach, whether you're on the dock. Doesn't matter what you're doing, even if you're unfortunately at work. So what we want to do is use the right product to create the best texture, the best look. And one thing that's really important, we all know about heat protectors. When we blow dry, use smoothing irons, curling irons. Heat protectors actually protect your hair against the heat of the sun as well. So if you are on a beach, if you are on a dock, if you are a redhead, naturally or otherwise, you put a heat protector in and it will really, really help protect the color of your hair and the texture of your hair. There was a funny thing on Instagram and TikTok last year about putting heat protector on a bagel and putting it on one half and not on the other and putting it in. And when they pulled out the bagel from the toaster oven, the heat with the heat protector didn't even toast. That's how good they work these days. The other thing we can use too, especially if you've got wave or curl or texture, is an anti-humectant, or something that's, the whole reason is to battle the humidity. And what it'll do is it'll keep the follicle calm, the hair cuticle and the hair follicle, it'll keep it calm and not expand in the humidity and not just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger in the wrong way. We all know that curl loves humidity and we love it when it expands and gets a little bit mad and sexy, but we just want the curl to stay formed. So check out anything that has to do with humidity to battle the humidity. It will really help with the texture of your hair. And then if you're struggling with product, if you can't quite find something like that, I love this little trick. Take your favorite conditioner and take a styling gel or volumizer or something like that, mix the two of them together and you've just made a curl cream or a wave cream. Play with it. If you've got thicker, more coarse hair, use a little bit more conditioner and less gel. If you've got finer hair, use more gel and less conditioner. But make a little cocktail and you'll have a fabulous product all summer long.
Well, these are good tips, and I'm just going to say it because I know you're out there. If you put the heat protectant on a bagel, don't eat the bagel, okay? That's your little warning right there. Let's talk about frizz now, Bill. How are we controlling the frizz in these hot summer months?
Okay, so everybody gets frizzy hair at some point, right? So let's start from the beginning. Let's start with shampooing and conditioning, making sure you use a proper shampoo and conditioner for frizz if you've got texture. When you comb out your hair after shampooing and conditioning, make sure you use the proper tools. So you want a wide tooth comb, something that's going to be gentle on the hair. You always want to use a brush that is very pliable. The bristles will move with your hair because there's so much elasticity in your hair when it's wet. You don't want a stiff brush to cause the hair to snap. A lot of people will tell you have to use a microfiber towel. You don't. You can use a normal terry cloth towel. It's the technique. You want to blot. You don't want to shoe shine your hair, okay? We want to be nice and gentle and blot the water out. Now, if you've got finer hair, if you've got sort of skinny hair, if you've got a little bit of wave, really, one of your best friends is water. And most products now are water reactivated. So whatever your favorite product is to put in that hair, whether it's a styling cream or a volumizing cream, if you just take a water bottle and spritz it down, and we say spritz and twirl. Just take it, spritz your hair, and use your finger and twirl it a little bit. That will be enough to calm the frizz on that really soft, fine, textured hair that just has a little bit of wave or a little bit of curl.
And if you got more of a curl, a heavy curl, any tips for them?
Yeah, so you know, Tracy, the more texture, the more dense, the stronger the curl, water is actually your worst enemy. That's why everybody only does the breaststroke in the summer when they go swimming. You want oil. You need an oil in your hair to really to bring that curl back and to protect that curl in the humid weather. And so when you put an oil in your hair, you start at the ends and work your way up. And I always say this, you girls who have that hair, you're not washing your hair every day. You're not washing your hair every couple of days. So you want to use a little bit of oil every day and start to get a buildup in it, right? And it won't be a negative buildup. What it'll do is your hair's just absorbing all that oil in this hot, humid weather, and so you need to add a little bit more of a layer to put on top to keep going. And you just keep going, so always start at the ends and work your way up. Again, you can twirl your curls, and then if you even need to if you want to take a curling iron at the end of the day or maybe the next day and just touch the ends, you can do that safely. The oil's protected it and you'll get a beautifully formed curl. But just, we all know that when you have that kind of hair, you don't want water. And depending on the texture and the density, you may have to find a heavier oil. You may have to experiment a little bit. Try olive oil. It works.
Why not? It works on everything, right? Try it on the hair. Bill,
right?
Great tips. Thank you so much for that. I think we're ready for summer hair now with